The first key to becoming immortal is to want to become immortal. I just watched an interview with Shi Lai, the author of the White Tigress book, and they asked him, "Do you want to be immortal?" And he said, I'd have to pay bills. Okay, so we have the author of the White Tigress book, Shi Lai, saying, I don't really want to be immortal because of the suffering that I'm feeling, in this case, by paying bills. Which brings me to the first key to immortality, which is you can never become immortal unless you want to become immortal. But what will make you want to become immortal? A life that you're enjoying exquisitely. If you're not enjoying the party, you're not going to want to stick around. And so the question for the white tigresses becomes, how do I enjoy exquisitely? And the answer to that for pretty much every woman I've worked with in the past 15 years is have more physical pleasure, have more orgasms. It sounds really simple. And really, it is. I don't know why we complexify things so much. But if your physical creature, your physical body is not enjoying the experience of being on the earth, then why would it want to stay? And the answer is it doesn't. And so death becomes a convenient escape hatch from the pain of existence, which is not the ecstasy of existence. Why do we not have ecstasy in our existence? Because we do not understand the true principles that underlie living in ecstasy and abide by them. As I've grown up, I've seen our entire society is devoted to suffering. We make people sit in little cubicles at desks for 8 hours a day and type in numbers in spreadsheets. And that is the pinnacle of our creation as humans right now. What insanity is this? We take children bubbling over, boiling with energy, and we tell them to sit down and shut up in desks and chairs all day and memorize math facts that they can spit back at their teachers. And this is the pinnacle of our society. What if it's all backwards? What if it's all wrong? So in the White Tigress, we've been talking about how do I have the most pleasure? And there's all sorts of barriers to it, I understand. How do I find the people to enjoy pleasure with? Men and women have never been further apart in the history of the world, probably, as far as we know, than today. You have all these dating apps. You have all these ways to meet, and yet more single people, more people alone, more young people having little to no sex. And everything would seem to point that it would be the opposite with the internet, social media, Instagram, connecting to so many people, Tinder. Why aren't we all having amazing sex all the time? It isn't happening. Instead, people are getting red pilled, blue pilled, black pilled. All kinds of pills are going around. And as those pills go around, men and women get further and further apart, and the chasm grows more and more. So what are we going to do about it? First of all, you need to figure out how to have exquisite pleasure. And there's a few steps to that. The first one is learning to overcome the trauma which holds us back from pursuing what we actually want. And that can be the journey of a lifetime. And the second is becoming adequately educated in the path to pleasure. Now, I've worked with thousands of women remotely, over 100 women live, and I can tell you that most women have little to no idea about their own pleasure or what gives them pleasure. Many of us outsource our pleasure to someone else, hoping that they will be the expert about our bodies and our pleasure. I love the White Tigress teachings that help women to become confident, powerful, articulate, and focused on their pleasure. Pouncing. Every man loves it when a woman pounces sexually, while at the same time encouraging them to dive completely into the archetype of the maiden, into youthfulness, innocence, receptivity. These may seem like opposite ends of the spectrum. Actually, they're interwoven, and they can be used to maximize the pleasure for everyone in the interaction. As we apply White Tigress principles, we are able to revolutionize our own experience of pleasure and heal the world. That may not be clear how we're going to restructure society and actually heal this chasm between the masculine and the feminine. And I'll talk about that soon. But for now, I just wanted to send the message that I hope you're exquisitely enjoying life. And if you're not, give yourself absolute permission to pursue pleasure at the deepest, most powerful level that you can possibly comprehend. And once you've done that, start healing the trauma, start getting over the blocks, and start educating yourself. How do I find this pleasure? How do I get help finding pleasure? So asking all the tigresses today, what was it that made you give yourself permission to explore exquisitely, especially paths that are outside the status quo? What would you tell other women if they came to you asking, what gave you permission to become a tigress and follow the tigress path? And the second question I would love if you answered is, what are the greatest tools and resources that you've found to find, collect, enjoy green dragons and that masculine energy, and actually enjoy your experience of being feminine in a female body here, right now, on the earth, as preparation for, hey, I want to stay young and extend my life as long as possible. That's what I'm curious to speak about, and there'll be more on this soon.